Hey everybody, how are you? Jeff Gelman of Solid Canine Training with my What Would Jeff Do Dog Training Tip of the Day, tip number 198. This one's an interesting one. So, nobody needs to tell me that I don't abuse dogs, because whatever. But this is about this. I get called an animal abuser a lot. The problem is calling dog trainers like myself or dog owners who use tools like shock collars and prong collars, an animal abuser. What you're doing is you're actually protecting true animal abusers. You're actually discounting a real animal abuser. So if you think that we get a lot of the social justice warriors and a lot of the extremists and a lot of folks who are comparing somebody who decides to use a certain tool or philosophy or methodology to train their dog in order to have better communication with their dog so their life can actually be expanded in freedom with their dog and actually have a better life with their dog, an animal abuser. So they're putting their feelings into what it should be based on fact. And unfortunately, facts don't care about your feelings. So, to say that somebody that decides to use, say, a prong collar on their dog or a remote collar / shock collar on their dog in order to have better communication, an animal abuser and barbaric and an evil person, and tell them that they should be killed and they should never own an animal. What you're doing is the folks that are actually abusing dogs, which are the folks possibly that are actually starving dogs, leaving dogs out 24/7 in climates that are not good for the dog, with lack of food, lack of water, not getting proper medical care, taping dogs shut, putting cigarette burns out on dogs. What you're doing is you're comparing somebody that obviously decides to use a tool on a dog to those folks. And if you really truly feel like, I'll use myself as an example, that I am abusing an animal, what you can do is, I'm based in Rhode Island. You can always call up the Rhode Island SPCA. Just Google it. Their phone number is there. You can tell them who I am. You can tell them my address, which is 25 Acorn Street, Providence, Rhode Island, 02903. My name is Jeff Gelman. My company is Solid Canine Training. You actually can tell them who I am and that you feel that I am abusing an animal. If you really feel that I am, don't hide. Don't, hide behind a keyboard. Actually, make a phone call, and don't do it anonymously. If you really feel strongly about it, literally file a complaint against me. Feel free to. But to say that somebody that decides to use a tool is an abuser, and to the point of actually people go as far as, if you actually say no to your dog, you actually are being abusive. That actually conversation is actually out there. If you crate your dog, you're being an abuser. If you put your dog into some sort of sport like weight pulling, you're actually an abuser. I mean, people have gone, the social justice warriors have taken over the narrative of dog care and are being extremists. And whenever there's extremist views and those folks are making decisions, it actually becomes very, very dangerous. So I don't want to say, that's probably the wrong word, discounting animal abuse. You're actually not actually focusing on the true animal abuse that's actually going out there. It's interesting conversation. So just think about that. And that actually is across the board in a lot of different industries and a lot of different modalities. People that are extreme about something because their opinion or their feelings feel a certain way, but it's really not based on fact. Just wanted to throw that out there. I don't even know if that's a tip of the day, but I think it's pretty damn fucking thoughtful. Something to start thinking about. Jeff Gelman, Solid Canine Training, madly in love with you. Having a good time over in Leander, Texas right now. Talk to you later.